So I'm like, wait, it's gonna be difficult getting Heath Ledger's money, because Heath Ledger's behind me 100%, because I invented a workable system of reincarnation, and plus I stabilized stuff in the dream world so that Heath Ledger can, like, you know, it's a little shaky right now, because like there's a bunch of like weirdo like political arguments going on about like what what people should be able to do, and like, you know, like, so it's like that, like, Heath Ledger is kind of like a side thing. Right now I'm just trying to get a lot of money so that I can shoot my films. And like okay, the deal with Heath Ledger is that like he's like, he pops in, right? So like 2 years after I solved the puzzle, you know, I'm like customizing my terminal. I'm stabilizing everything. I'm like interacting with people. I'm like talking to people. I'm like I'm creating my system. I'm putting my team together. I'm like I'm putting my company together. I go upstairs. My parents are eating dinner, and I live with my parents right now because I'm broke. Anyway, so like yes, it is like it is something. No, but like it's extremely good. It's one of those good things, you know. Ah, the guy who solved the puzzle of existence, knows everything, extremely talented, filmmaker, broke, lives in his parents' basement. So anyway, I go upstairs, and my parents are watching Entertainment Tonight, and Mary Hart or whoever is like, Heath Ledger, a tragedy strikes as Heath Ledger dies at 28, right? Now most people would be like, oh no, that's horrible, but I go, you know, in my head, hey, how's it going, man? I'll explain everything in 1 second, right? Because bing, he just appears and he's like, where the fuck am I? Who the fuck are you, right? And so I'm like, I'll be right back. Or to my parents, I'm like, I'm gonna go downstairs. So I go downstairs and I'm like, hey, I know what you're thinking. Who the fuck are you, right? Like, yes, who are you? I'm Gregory Michael Bowers, and I solved the puzzle of existence like 2 years ago. And I'm God. And he's like, ah, okay, well that explains this, right? You know, where else would he go? So like I've been working with like a lot of people, you know. River Phoenix is still out there, you know. Hey, don't forget about River Phoenix, everyone, you know. Don't forget about River Phoenix. River Phoenix is out there too. Also, Brad something, go away. They're pressuring me. Also, Brad Renfro is out there. But first and foremost, Heath Ledger. Back off, everyone. So Heath Ledger dominates everyone right now because he's on the cover of Vanity Fair and he's dead. Like, what's that all about? But get this. There's like a Kurt Cobain magazine. There's like a Nirvana magazine, and it's like Kurt Cobain's been dead for like 15 years. 15 fucking years, and he's on the cover. He has his own magazine, Nirvana magazine. What's that all about? I know that there's like a Jimi Hendrix magazine too. That guy's been dead for like, I don't know, like 40 years? Hold on. 49 years maybe? 39 years. No, wait, hold on. 70? I know what you're saying. There's no Bruce Lee magazine. Ho, there will be. Bruce Lee. Like, just like pages and pages of like Bruce Lee, right? And this dog is going nuts. Why? I don't care. Anyway, so here's the deal. I'm off on a tangent, but don't worry, Tom Cruise. I'm still keeping track of the tangent that you started, all right? So it goes Tom Cruise, and then secretly Heath Ledger, even though I didn't verbalize it, and then Christian Bale, and then Keanu Reeves, right? These four guys, you know, this one's dead, but he's kind of dead. He's expired from the control world, and so, you know, it is possible to clone him. It works. Like, I know what you're thinking. Hey, we shouldn't play God. No, you shouldn't. I'm God. Don't play me. All right? Don't play me. But I say it's all right to try and clone Heath Ledger, so do it. All right? Do it. All right, so originally I was going to like meet in secret with like, you know, some of his closest friends and maybe his family, and like, you know, conspire to bring him back into this control world, right? And then that would act as the template to bring whoever else back who who wants to come back and who's actually capable of coming back. So like, so that's on hold, right? Like I have to make a lot of money and make my films. The thing is that like it's all going to be on camera. It's all going to be documented in my film series, which is my film series is called DC Metro. It's about my life, and my life is about the master continuity of the universe. So like phase two is you get stoned for the very first time and you realize that everyone has been lying to you and that all movies and books completely misrepresent what being stoned is, right? What the fuck, right? You enter into it and it's like, no, welcome, right? Then after about 4 or 5 years of smoking weed, you figure out enough stuff so that like your life becomes amazing, right? You're listening to like your favorite music and it's like, yes, right? And then the assholes come in. Boo, you have it better than we do, right? And you experience the Pac-Man phenomenon, right? Pac-Man was a game that was created by a Japanese dude. I'm sorry, I have your name inside, Japanese dude, but like, you're extremely smart. I'm totally like on the same wavelength as you. All right, the Pac-Man phenomenon is something that that I've named after Pac-Man. All right, Pac-Man is modern man, and the dots that he eats, the pellets, those are experiences, or those are experiences, life experiences. So he's eating up life and he's loving it, right? Then ghosts are chasing after him, right? Oh, look out, the spirits are chasing after Pac-Man, right? We don't like you, Pac-Man. You're alive and we're dead and we're gonna try and kill you. So then Pac-Man eats a power pellet, or gets stoned again, or takes a Percocet, or does self-medicates, and he's able to gobble up the monsters and get rid of them, or the demons, or the spirits, really, right? So like he gobbles up the spirits or the ghosts, but then they go somewhere and they just come back because they're immortal, right? And so the problem is that Pac-Man just keeps fucking going, and like the ghosts just keep coming after him. Occasionally he eats some fruit, like, an apple, yum, 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 yum. Banana, yum, 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 yum. And the ghosts are like, fuck you, we can't eat the fruit, right? So like, so that problem was conveyed like when I was like 4 years old, right? I was born into a world where the Pac-Man phenomenon was out there. However, I lived about 28 years before I smoked up, before I ever tried marijuana, before I ever got stoned, right? So I get stoned and I start writing. I'm writing every day. I'm working, like I'm delivering food. And like, oh, here you go. I get back from Japan and I decide I want to write a live action film, a feature-length film that I'm going to shoot on Super 16, right? And so like, I'd been listening to a lot of Depeche Mode Ultra, and I had this idea in my head about like some guy who looks like he's in Depeche Mode, like black collared shirt, like pretty much myself, right? Who's a heroin dealer, right? And like while he's buying heroin one day, or one night, these people try to double cross him, and he kills all of them, right? And the only person left is a junkie, right? Some slave girl or pet, right? Some girl that these guys keep around, they keep strung out, and they just keep like, they turn her into a sex slave because she doesn't know as much as they do about the universe, and she just needs the heroin, right? And so my character rescues her and cleans her up, and like and then I stopped writing, right? Because I knew nothing about heroin. So like I'd just seen a lot of stuff in movies. I saw Light Sleeper, I saw Trainspotting, but like I knew nothing of heroin. But then American Beauty comes out, right? And American Beauty, for the first time ever, presents marijuana as something positive. I've got lots of tape, don't worry. American Beauty presents marijuana as something positive. He gets stoned, and then he like starts exercising. Go away. Then he starts exercising, and he starts doing what he wants to do with his life, with existence. So like, right around the same time I meet this girl, and she's a pothead. She's extremely like, she's extremely cool. She's attractive, and like after about like 6 months of knowing her, like I kind of fall for her, right?